A preservation group is honoring projects focused on historic areas across the state. 7 projects are being recognized, like in Clinton, Muscatine, and McGregor. In our area, the projects include residential and commercial buildings, along with a historic inn and church. Now, Muscatine's award-winning project is a Japanese garden with a mix of new and old. How old? Well, it's been almost a century since it was first built. And Jonathan Fong shows us how the garden is upholding the legacy of a historic figure.
In the 1930s, Muscatine businesswoman and community figure Laura McComb decided to build the Japanese garden here as a love letter to Japanese culture.
There's a whole variety of stonecrop, sedum, lavender.
Step through the torii gate and you'll find some new flowers.
There's different types of irises, peonies.
And some historic pieces.
2 different sizes of pagoda-shaped lanterns.
Historic pieces, almost a century old.
This project's really been a labor of love.
Melody Alexander runs the Muscatine Art Center and says the team has been waiting more than 20 years to revive this garden.
The garden before the rehabilitation was full of pine trees and other types of plantings that had been put in the 1980s and weren't appropriate. The water feature was not running.
Her team worked with Iowa State University and historians, combing through photos and video of the original garden.
There are also a couple of crane statues up in the top part of the garden. Those were actually reproduced from the original. Melanie
says the garden was a way for Laura McComb to connect and preserve this history.
She did become a member of the Muscatine Garden Club. She was involved with a whole bunch of other types of community organizations and would hold events.
It's a legacy sticking around today with the garden open to the public.
I think she'd be pleased to see it refreshed and looking beautiful and people enjoying it again.
In Muscatine, Jonathan Fong, WQ80 News 8.
And more than 20,000 plants make up that garden. It's always open and free to enter just north of downtown.